For life, people. All right, everybody. Welcome to the 2020-2021 year of Voice Acting Club. I'm your president, Marcus Tate. I do the things. Yeah, exactly. I do. I'm like the big brains of the operation. Uh, so let's introduce. We'll start with introductions. I just introduced myself, so we're gonna go on to my officers. So whoever wants to speak up first can do so.
All right. I'm Joseph. I'm the vice president. I'm a senior. I've been in the club since its inception.
Well, that's crazy. And what do you do as a vice president?
I vice the president.
That doesn't sound very help. That doesn't sound, very happy for me. Okay, very cool. Next.
Okay, what's up, cool dudes? I'm Ian Helm. I'm a second year at Mason, majoring in astronomy. This is going to be the start of my second year, also in the voice acting club. I'm the treasurer here, which means I treasure, which means if we had a fundraiser or any sort of large event that required spending money on voice acting related stuff, I'd be in charge of all that. However, uh, due to current events, it looks like that will not be happening.
Isn't COVID just absolutely fantastic? And we got one more. We got one more officer.
Hello, everyone. My name is Caden Sherman. I am also a second year here at Mason. I am the secretory, which means I secrete various fluids, as well as take stuff like meeting counts, basically anything that requires.
Um, yeah, cool. Also, I forgot to mention, but I'm also a second year. So cool stuff. Okay, so we're gonna start with a little little icebreaker activity. So what's gonna happen is I'm going to go down the list of people that are currently in voice call, and I will unmute you, and then you will introduce yourself, say like what you're interested about voice acting, and a goal that you have for this year. So we're going to start up at the top with Alex Huffman. Alex, you're on the mic.
I'm sorry. What was the question again?
Okay, it's all right. Introduce yourself. What you're interested in about voice acting, and a goal that you have for this year.
Okay. Well, yeah. My name is Alex Hoffman. Uh, I joined Voice Acting Club because someone recommended it to me. They liked the sound of my voice, and I thought, okay, sure.
Excellent, excellent.
I've always, yeah, and a goal for me this year is to pass my classes. So yeah, there you go.
Well, I was thinking of like a voice acting goal, but like a regular goal works too, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Do I have any voice act? I mean, if there are auditions happening, I'd love to participate in one. So yeah, there you go.
There'll be more information on what we're doing about auditions and stuff a bit later.
All right,
So keep posted.
fantastic.
All right. Thank you, Alex.
Yeah.
Ian Montalvo, you're up. And if I mispronounce your name, I'm definitely sorry. Correct me. Oh, he's also regular muted. Mr. Montalvo, do you want to
Yeah,
introduce yourself? There you are.
apologies. First of all, thank you for pronouncing my last name correctly, especially for a first timer.
All right. I
But
do. I do try.
We all
um,
try here.
but yeah, I'm Ian Montalvo, the the student Ian, not the treasurer. And I got into I wanted to join the club because I- I was always interested in voice acting, and I thought, if there's a voice acting club, might as well see. And friend of mine liked how I can do some impressions, not terrific ones, but like some impressions. So, and my goal for this year is just like get used to the voice acting. Hopefully, get an audition. Yeah.
All right. All right. Very cool. I hope that you'll enjoy our curriculum then. Thank you, Mr. Montalvo. I'm gonna move on. Okay. Jacoby, you're up.
Um, Wait, what were you supposed to say? Oh, I joined voice acting club. I think it was either last semester or last year. I do not remember which. Um, because like it was because I initially wanted to join when I had joined freshman year because I saw that there was one, but apparently it had disbanded and they just never removed it. And I just kind of gave up until I saw like a flyer somewhere in the art and design building. I'm just like, cool, they're finally doing it. I really want to do this. And I just had always been interested in voice acting and like been fans of voice actors. And I guess a goal of mine for this semester or this year is to get at least one like I don't want to say professional gig or professional role, but like at least be on my way to getting like professional roles as like kind of like not quite as like kind of like a more regular thing, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I get what you're saying. So I guess I'd just be like a role in a project, kind of.
Yeah.
All right, very cool. All right, thank you, Jacoby. Next up, we got Chris.
Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing? So, I got introduced to voice acting a long time ago, but until the voice acting club became a thing, I never really had the courage to actually go out for to audition for a part or anything. I just got told by a lot of people that I should try it because I had a nice voice, apparently. And so, the voice acting club not only gave me the know-how to complement the tools I already had, but it also gave me the courage to go out for auditions. And because of that, I actually snagged. Um, hang on a sec, my roommates. Sorry. So because of what the voice acting club gave me, I actually recently snagged a role in a show called Power Rangers Unworthy. I watched it on
Ooh,
YouTube.
congratulations.
So thank you. And that is just the tip of the iceberg in what the voice acting club can help you get. We also provide a lot of connections to other clubs, opportunities for to find other roles. And during COVID, I'm telling you, man, the studios for basically the opportunities to get roles in animation and video games have skyrocketed overnight because of COVID. So you'll also be introduced to resources with which you can make a an at-home studio. And just for the record, I'm actually a veteran of the voice acting club. My job in this club is to basically host game nights when voice acting club won't be able to be a thing. Or honestly, there are plenty of times where I'll probably just be in the video game chat playing some games and anyone can join me on at that time. It's going to be more fleshed out, but right now that's the plan. And this is coming from a veteran who graduated months ago and still has a role. So in the voice acting club, you will find not only a club and a band, but a family that you'll always be welcome in.
All right, all right. So yeah, as you said, we're gonna be doing like game nights on the weeks that we're not meeting. So just keep that in mind. Look out for those. Next up, we have Shaw.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Hi, I'm Shaw. What was the question?
So introduce yourself a little bit. Why you're interested in voice acting and a goal that you have, like a voice acting goal that you have for this year.
Oh goodness, I should have brought my resume. Okay. No, I'm kidding. So I'm in this club because I felt like it. I searched out. I'm like, oh, this looks like a good club, and that I'm here. Uh, I don't really have any experience with voice acting. It's not really it's something that I've always wanted to do, but something has always discouraged me. Um, Probably because I don't know, just maybe social stigma or parental stigma. Who knows? Um, and I also have a short memory. What was the second question?
What is a goal that you have as a voice actor for this year?
Oh yes. So I mean, honestly, I'd just like to learn more about what it takes to be a voice actor,
Mm-hmm.
and essentially, just gain more knowledge about the subject. That's pretty much it. I mean, if I could score a gig or something, that would make me a very happy person.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
if I can just gain new knowledge, I'm more than happy with that as well.
All right, all right. Sounds good. Sounds good. I think you'll enjoy some things we have in store. All right, we're moving on to Yosef. Let me unmute you. There we go.
My name's Yosef. I joined because people just kind of always said I was good at it, and then at the same time, I kind of have fun with it whenever I do it. I don't really have. Well, if I had a goal, I guess it would just to be to see what it would be like to do like a project. I guess I don't know if that's the right word,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but just or like go from the script overall and just see if it's something I want to like continue looking into like more seriously or if it's something I should just keep to a hobby. Just see where I'm like comfortable with, I guess.
Yeah, totally. And we're super casual about everything, so you go at your own pace at this club. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Yosef. Thank you.
No problem.
And finally, we have Zoe.
I am Zoe, and I like voice acting. Yes.
Well, you're in the right place then.
I like voice acting and acting in general. It's fun, and specifically why I thought to search for something like this time is because I am making a show on a whim and want to make it as good as possible. And I guess if I had a goal, I want to finish the storyboards at least for the first episode and maybe animate a scene. Yay.
That's excellent. Would you mind explaining a little bit about your show?
So it's kind of like a Survivor total drama thing, but like all the characters are objects. If you've ever
Yeah.
heard of the FDI or
Yeah,
anything
Battle
like
for
that,
Dream Island and
it's kind of
stuff.
like that. Yes, yes, yes. And there's a huge community of people that make shows around that theme, but mine has a lot of plot and evil characters and fun stuff. Yeah.
Ooh. All right. Very cool. I do like a lot of evil people. So that'll be something to keep on. I think you posted something about it in casting calls. So if you guys are interested in picking up a role or something and just checking out what the project is, go and give her Discord a visit. All right, cool. So that's some introductions. Hope you guys get to know each other a little bit better. Next, we're going to go into like the meat and potatoes of meeting tonight, explaining what exactly voice acting is. So, first of all, let me get my screen up over here. Here we are. So, just a little bit of like a visual aid. I have like a document right here where I can write stuff out, so I'm not just talking into a void. You get to look at something too. Um, so if you want to actually like look at the video, what you have to do is click on the little live button next to my name and the club room. It's like a big red button. Can't really miss it. And if you, for some reason, can't see it, let me know in the club room chat. And for some reason, my Discord, wait, maybe my Discord sounds are like off or something. So for some reason, I can't like hear people tuning in. It's weird. All right. Hopefully, we all see that. So, the big thing to get to know about voice acting is to know what voice acting is not. So basically, voice acting in essence is using your voice to portray yourself as a character. So let's write this down. In essence, it is using your voice to portray a character or even yourself. I'll explain why in a moment. But a couple of things to keep in mind about voice acting that is basically what voice acting is not. I'll get like a little bullet list going here. It's not impressions. Impressions are kind of their own thing. You know, it's not really voice acting. And the actual market for voice actors, impressions is not really a thing you can do to enter the market with because it's like it's very niche. So basically, if you're an impressionist, it means that you're doing you're replicating a character that somebody else has already made. And the only reason you can replace them is if they either quit the project or they die, of course. So don't go into voice acting club expecting you to be doing impressions all day because that's not what it is. It is taking direction or a like basically interpreting a character from a script and then making it come to life as a character. So yeah, basically, and also it's non-physical. Well, I guess it would be. Well, I guess since it's not list, it would be not physical. So, and what that means is the only thing that you have as your, in your toolkit as a voice actor is your voice. Because they're not going to see you. They're not going to see your mannerisms. Sure, there's like maybe like animation or like a video game character to go along with it. However, they're not going to be seeing that. They're not going to be like they're only going to be hear your voice. You're not going to have like body language or anything that you're personally doing for them to hear you with. So basically, there's like two main schisms when it comes to voice acting. Let me just get a larger font size here. The two forms is what we'll call this. So let's get the first definition down. So where voice acting splits off into two big sections is character voice acting, where and I'll get a little definition going. It's basically where it's a creative. So it's going to be more along the lines of animation, video games, visual novels, that kind of stuff. Something that you have like the character is made for you. So yeah. So it's comes on the lines of video games, um, animated shows, visual novels, all that kind of stuff. Basically, you're playing somebody else that is not you, but you're trying to use yourself to embody the other character. That is essentially what character voice acting is. The other one you can think about um, is commercial voice acting, where the character actually is you. You're not making up a character most of the time. You're basically coming up as a version of yourself that sells products. So what you can, as you would guess, is just more professional. Or I guess not professional in the sense that you do it as a job, but professional in the sense of like it's different subject matter. So professional, like if I can spell, I can't. I'm having an absolute meltdown. Professional tone or setting. This could be the kind of anything. It could be an insurance commercial. It could be a commercial for beer. You've seen them. They're on your television. And between shows, you have advertisements. So yeah, it's supposed to use in advertising. There's also other things like e-learning. So, um, kind of like so say like educational programs. Excuse me, real quick. I'm going to rehydrate my voice. Okay. Um, e-learning context. So if you're voicing like programs and stuff, that's also a thing. Software. So um, video games are technically software, but we're talking about like software that is used like in businesses, all that kind of stuff. Basically, you're not playing a character, you're playing yourself in a way that like either explains how to do something or sells a product. That's basically the big difference. So think about this overall. Character voice acting is the creative side of voice acting, and commercial voice acting is the professional side. What we're mostly going to be doing in this club is character voice acting because I think that's just more fun. And there's a lot of things to do with commercial voice acting that just take a lot of practice and a lot of refinement. I'm sure you guys all think of infomercials like Billy Mays and, Vince with the Sham Wow. That's not how they do commercials anymore. It's more you for sure. So all the gigs and stuff they'll be doing, like all the explanations, all the, developing your acting skills because it's going to be mostly character based because it's easier to assess where you are as an actor, and you get to play fun people when you do character voice acting. So keep that in mind. We're going to be doing that. Let me just look at my notes real quick. Um, so, what mediums can you find these particular sections on? So, cover some that we touched on it briefly earlier. Mediums for each type, and we'll just oops, I'm going to do that. We'll just copy and paste over here. So, character voice acting. So, does anybody want to give me some guesses in the club room chat what you would use character voice acting for? Think about it, a type of medium like video games, or shoot some ideas out there for me.
Do you want me to answer that?
If you want to, you can also answer that. That'd be great.
I'll just let the club members try to figure things out first.
So I see cartoons. That is good. Voice acting characters. I mean, yes, obviously, but we're talking about the medium of which you're portraying this character. So for your case, Zoe, why don't we say an animated web show? That works, right? Now, James, something important to keep about TV shows and movies is that they most likely include physical actors, meaning that you can see the action happening and the voice is coming out of a physical character. That's more traditional acting. Voice acting is 100% voice. So I'll put it up here. It is purely your voice. You have no visual aids as a person. Yes, Alex, that's also a thing. Anime is also another big one. Not just anime dubs, because dubs and subs are both technically voice acting, but dubbing over anime is indeed something that is an industry and something that's relevant here in America. There's a couple of big dubbing companies. One big one you guys might remember is, or might know of, is Funimation, and they have their studio in, I believe it's Los Angeles. So, yeah. Podcasts. Now, that's interesting because it can kind of be both. Um, if you're doing a podcast where you are explaining, like, say you're like reading out creepy pastas or something. I don't know if you guys have, I don't remember the name of the channel either, but there's this one channel on YouTube where he basically gets into the mind of a person from SCP. If you don't know what that is, it's basically like a creative writing, night mail or moon-based data out. Those are some great examples of character voice acting podcasts. So, yeah. Or Limetown, if you guys have heard of that. So, character, okay, that's one thing. Character-based podcasts. Now you can have professional podcasts too. We'll get those to those in a second. So, if you guys like podcasts, look, there's plenty of recommendations to go in. Especially out of Texas. Thank you, Joseph. I thought it's either Texas or Los Angeles, whatever. But if you guys like creepy podcasts, or I guess even just like reading old stories and stuff, there are definitely things to check out there. Do we have any other examples of character-based voice acting that anybody can think of? We're missing one big one up here. No ideas, anybody? I'll touch on audiobooks in a second. Yes, Zoe, video games. Big one. Sometimes you're literally playing a character you can't even see. So it's important that you elicit the emotions that are needed in a situation based on like basically looking at a pair of hands sometimes. So yeah, video games are a big one. I'm sure many of you guys here play video games and know that it takes a lot when to get emotion out of a character. Like if you don't put the emotion into character, no matter what mannerisms they do in game, or maybe someone can't even see your main character, you just don't. You have flat characters in a bad game. But yeah, so it's very important. Voice acting is. I stress this. I'm going to stress this more and more. Voice acting is much different from regular acting because you do not have certain visual things to help you out. All right, let's head into commercial. We did the same thing. put me out in the club room chat. What are some examples that you guys can think of commercial applications of voice acting? I put a couple up here already, so I'm just going to copy and paste those. I want to bring up a thing that Joseph mentioned: audiobooks. It's kind of both. You do audiobooks for a commercial reason. However, there are certain expectations that the person that wants their book voiced will have. Basically, you have to portray the characters in a character book, but not all books are based on characters. Some are nonfiction, some are documentary based. So for that place, I'll put, you know, fiction audiobooks. That would be an example of a character-based audiobooks. But then we have nonfiction. Like reading like history textbooks or something like that. Nonfiction audiobooks is something as well. You also have, like talk shows on like that is technically a form of voice acting because you had to make it funny or make it interesting just based off the voice and what you're talking about. So we'll say like, I'll just put podcasts. I lost my train of thought on that. So yeah, advertisements is a big one. I've already put that there. E-learning, nonfiction audiobooks. Let's see, like so like talk shows, yeah, radio shows, all that kind of good jazz. All right, yeah, those are like the major applications commercial. Now, I want everybody to take a guess. Which of the two main media, like the two forms of voice acting, makes you more money? Anyone have a guess of that? Put it in the chat. Wait for some more answers to come in. All right. For those of you who said commercial, you're absolutely correct. Um, it's just like if you think about the average person, how many people on average are interested in more video games and anime than an average person? Think about it. Do your parents play video games? Maybe they do, maybe they don't. Commercials are a lot more widespread than I would say video games are. And while all of us here probably play video games, or a lot of us here do, I almost have a lot of friends that play video games. It's just not something that covers all demographics on like a super wide scale basis. You're always going to be making more money if you go into a commercial. However, I would say if you want to get into voice acting, don't do it with the intention of making money. Do it because you love it. So there's that. That's all I really have to say about the topic of voice acting. However, I do have some examples that we can look at. So as I unfull screen here, we're gonna do a couple examples. We have some example of Sponge. So we're gonna look at some SpongeBob. Let me know if you guys can hear the video. Can you hear the video? All right, very cool. So we're gonna do this example of character voice. I'm not gonna watch this whole thing. We're gonna watch the whole one of this one. If you guys can see that tab, look forward to it.
Turn it up a little bit.
Yeah, I can do that. You can. I think you can also control it on your side, but I know that sometimes I want to raise it like here. All right. So just keep in mind, take note of like the mannerisms and stuff that they really use to portray all these characters. I'm sure somebody here has seen SpongeBob. So here we go.
Shut your half-wit pie holes! Welcome to the salty spittoon. How tough are you?
How tough am I? How tough am I? I had a bowl of nails for breakfast this morning.
Yes, so?
Without any milk.
The most important meal of the day, serving it up Gary's way. Customization!
Genius!
He's tenderizing the ground!
Of course!
Write that down, write that down!
And prepare for the most unpleasant pillow fight of your life!
Next, I suppose you'll want me to go square dancing with Patrick.
Sorry, Patrick. Gee, Patrick sure is a heavy sleeper.
Who said that? Who's there? Whoever's
Thing to pay attention to is their facial expressions.
left your lights on.
The people that are actually voice acting have no clue what they're going to look like on screen before, they're actually, but yeah, their voice is actually put onto the character and animated.
As if I really look like this.
Not as long as we have our imagination.
If I was a mom, this would be kinda shocking. Just call me Daddy!
Oh, boo-hoo! Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin. This is serious. I know. This really is the world's smallest violin. See?
Never ever?
Never, ever, ever.
Never, never, ever, ever for never ever?
Never, ever, never, never, ever, ever, never.
Never, ever, 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 ever?
Never, ever, never, ever, ever, never, ever, never, never, ever, ever, never. Want to hear one of my?
All right, you get the point. So, what are some things that you guys picked up on in the voices that you thought were interesting and how they brought together the character? Yeah, they were very high energy. And do you think that translated well to the actual animation? Yeah, so the inflection is very important. Um, Basically, they all have their own little mannerisms that make them their own character. As someone mentioned earlier, Patrick sounds dumb, and his character is. He's portrayed doing very dumb things, but it's that tone of voice that really makes him, really pushes him above. Another thing, if you remember the salty Splatoon scene, we'll go back. I'll just put a still image up here. You guys noticed how like you can kind of hear what these guys sound like in your head already, right? Just by the way they look, right? So you can kind of tell what they would sound like, and it kind of meets your expectations, I would think. So being able to like match up people's expectations of what they're seeing on the screen with the voice behind them is another very important thing to consider with character voice acting. All right, there we go. Now we're going to look at an example of commercial voice acting. I'm sure you all have seen Allstate commercials. They are excellent. But I want you guys to note down the differences between this video and the last one. The difference in tone and narrative. Okay, so I'm gonna play this video and and after it finishes, note some of the differences between this video and the last one.
Fact is, every insurance company hopes you drive safely. But Allstate actually helps you drive safely with DriveWise. It lets you know when you go too fast and brake too hard. With feedback to help you drive safer, giving you the power to actually lower your cost. Unfortunately, you can't do anything about that. Now that you know the truth, are you in good hands?
All right, everybody, I want you to write down some differences you notice between this form of voice acting and the previous one. Yes, these are all excellent observations. There's less energy because it's more informative, right? You don't want to, it's definitely different from the yesteryears of, "Hi, I'm Billy Mays here with OxyClean," you know? That, but also clear diction. Yes, the pronunciation is there because he's trying to, give a message to as many people as possible. By the way, Billy Mays is not the ShamWow. That was somebody different entirely. Um, it's definitely more common and inviting because, they're trying to sell you a product. Um, yeah. Basically, the overall feel of the commercial is just different. you know? And that's like the big difference in character and commercial voice acting. It's just the overall messages and the overall feeling of the voice acting is just different texture. So it is two completely separate skill sets in two completely separate mediums, kind of. So that's something important to consider. All right, I have more video for us to watch, but I'm gonna save it for the end. I'm gonna save it for the end of the meeting because I want to go over some other things first. So let me tab myself back into the Word document here, Google document, however you like to call it, starting page. We're gonna go over some kind of like overall goals and expectations of the club. I kind of had to put this one earlier before the whole voice acting club, like explaining what it is, but don't tell anybody, all right? So, club goals. What do I want to get out of you guys, and what do I want to give you guys as we go out as a journey together throughout the school year? So, objectives. First and foremost, the 75% of voice acting is acting. So we want to improve our acting skills. That is first and foremost. In order to be a voice actor, you have to be able to act. Voice acting, I think, is 5% voice. You can have any voice in the world, and you'll be able to get a role somewhere if you're a great actor. So just keep that in mind. So if you think your voice is not good, whatever, doesn't even matter. It's all about acting. And if you're a bad actor, that's okay. We're here to improve your acting skills. So don't sweat about not being a great voice actor or anything, or not being a great actor. I don't care. It's all of it. Like I'm here to help you guys improve yourselves as voice actors and actors in general. Learn the basics of recording. So in order to get yourself out there and actually get gigs and casting calls, you need to be able to, get your voice act there. If you don't know how to record your voice or whatever, or save an MP3 file, how are you going to get your voice act there? So I'm going to go over the basics of audio technology. I'll put that as well. Basics of audio technology. So you guys can be more informed on the tools of the trade of voice actor. And that talk will come next meeting on Friday. We also go over something called the Director's Corner. Improving our ability to take feedback. Now, when you're actually working out with a director and you give them like your take on a character, they're going to want to give you feedback on, to improve the overall vision direction of the character. So basically, your ability to take feedback is probably, behind being able to act, the number one skill that any voice actor should have. So just keep in mind that I will never ever say anything disparaging towards your voice acting skills. I'm always going to give constructive criticism. It's never going to be anything personal. I'm just trying to help point out things that you could be doing better as a voice actor. So keep in mind, I'll explain in a second what Director's Corner is, but come in mind to those meetings with feedback oriented action, kind of. So these are like our basic. This is like our basic 4 objectives. We put a period on that just for uniform's sake. Acting skills, basics of recording. Actually, I can also say finding casting calls and breaking them down. Also, breaking them down is kind of, let's see, let's look at our schedule. So if you guys look at under the essential category, there's our calendar. You haven't looked at that yet, there's something to look at. Next week is essential skills. So that's something that we're going to go over next time. So as I talk about, the terms cold reading and taking direction, that stuff will be explained in more detail next time. So these are basically our 5 big objectives that I want to, do for right now. Maybe this will be, or add them or change them as we go along. Those are like the big 5. Look over some expectations. Just because I think it's important to understand that we are a all skill level club. Whenever somebody is putting themselves out there, it is not in your place to judge them for how well they do. It's okay if you want to give them constructive feedback, but be friendly about it. I don't want anybody being rude or or mean to somebody else over a performance they have. That's not what we're here to do. So keep that in mind. Attendance is not. I guess I can bold this real quick. Not mandatory. As of course, I'm recording this as well. So if you can't make a meeting, don't sweat it. Don't have to let anybody know. You just have to not show up. There will be a video recording of the video, so you can just look at it should you choose to. Basically, I want you to be able to kind of pick and choose what meetings you want to go to. If the topic sounds interesting, you can show up. If you want to get the full experience, I recommend you go to all of them, of course. But I don't expect you guys to really show up to every single one. It's unreasonable. People are busy. I understand you guys are humans just like me. We're all students, and especially around midterms and finals, I know that I couldn't be available every time we had a club meeting, though I kind of have to be because I'm the president. So just very, very loose on that. Those are really only the two biggest expectations. So next, what you need to participate. So it's a kind of a difficult line. Okay, so one thing that I don't like about being online is that while it is very safe to do so, we lose a lot of accessibility. Basically, what you need to do to participate in club activities is a microphone of some sort. That's a little bit different when it comes to actually doing casting calls, because directors have expectations. They have expectations on your recording space and expectations on the equipment that you use. So for actual casting calls, equipment may need to be more intensive. And of course, I'm going to go over some introductory level equipment and how to make any kind of space that you have serviceable. If you're worried that you don't have a good recording space, don't worry. I'm here to help you out with that as well. I saw plenty of you filled out the survey. If you haven't still done that, I recommend that you do that, so that way I can kind of get a gist of what everybody's recording spaces look like. And of course, on the stream that or on the day that I will go over my recording equipment, I will also have a little tour or such to go through that. So basically, all you need to participate in club without having to do the extra club functions like submitting your casting calls to the jobs that I find. All you need is a microphone, really. I need a way to be able to hear you. Preferably, the better the microphone, the better, because I can hear more things in your voice. But overall, just a microphone is what you need. What else do I need? Yes. Eventually, I will talk about. I was talking about this. So a facet that we had last year was people were able to submit scripts for people to read. So let's go over some things. Script writing. So sometimes we may need to use a script in class to go over some particular voice acting skills. So for you creative types, club members can submit character-driven scripts to the club email. So I believe, hold up, let me just look at that. To GVAC, if I can spell it out, at gmail.com. I should put this in the club info as well. If you want to submit a script for us to read out during a club meeting, if you're the creative type, you can do so. I'll have some guidelines in that probably later this week. I haven't really decided what I want to do with it yet. So just keep that in mind. Script writing for you creative types in the writing sector is an option this year as well. All right. That's all I really have to say overall. So we're gonna close up with kind of a fun video. I'm gonna unmute everybody for this so they can, we can all enjoy together. So I'm freeing the people. So don't be doing anything embarrassing if I unmute you. Otherwise, it's gonna get transmitted. All right. Hello, people of the jury.
Oh, heck.
Good evening, Your Honor.
this background noise happening, I might still mute you. All right, so I'm gonna finish off with a kind of like a. We're gonna watch a dub real quick.
Yes.
I don't know if you guys know what Ghost Stories is, but
This is
it's
the dub, man.
yeah, it's essentially an anime that did really badly in Japan.
Oh my gosh.
So
One.
they just kind of gave it over to the American dubbing company and said,
Oh.
"Do whatever the hell you feel like with it." So
I need to get popcorn.
yeah, exactly.
There's no time.
Plastic goldfish ready for this.
Do we have popcorn?
Oh,
And
I
bring
have
in-
popcorn.
I do have.
That's also probably going to be a meeting requirement. Bring popcorn.
Bring popcorn to any funny dub.
Yeah, true. I don't think that watching funny dubs will be like a weekly thing, but I guess I'll try to include more of them if you guys enjoyed this one. Yeah, maybe like a monthly thing. Anywho, let's get started. We're gonna watch some Ghost Stories funny dub moments, and also content warning. It can get a little inappropriate at times, so just for all adults here, don't tell anybody important that can potentially get me kicked out of George Mason. So. Yeah, Alex, I muted you for a second because there's stuff going on in your background. So.
Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to do that.
No problem. All
Sorry,
right.
There's other people. There's other people here. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Let's do it.
Oh my god, did that spell work? You know, like the one where you write your name in an eraser? I hear the head cheerleader's having an abortion.
Great stuff.
He talked to me at my locker and tried to fill me up. How Hitler?
Whoa. Yeah.
Girardi, Campbell, Emunchuk, Sprekta Megankai, Crapper.
Those aren't names.
Don't blame me, ho. I didn't force you into this. You're the ones who said you wanted to do it. So there. Sometimes yes means no. And sometimes you're a bitch.
Oh.
You could definitely tell they did not watch the anime.
Tomomi? Tomomi? Ain't no Tomomi girl living here, so what? Get your crackhead ass into some rehab. I ain't got time for this bullshit.
Bruh. I think it's the dub is completely different from the sub.
Oh yeah, I've seen
You don't look so good.
Yeah, pretty much.
Look out, Ted.
Looks like it's you and me, Raggedy Ann. Barbie! Okay, fine. Looks like it's you and me, Barbie.
Bruh.
I'm going fucking crazy.
We've been married about 6 years now.
Nobody's talking to you. Just drive the bus driver. Fucking nosy. We go with the snow, but not the snow that is yellow.
All right, everybody. It's 4:30. School is finally over. Time to go home, load up that bong, and watch Pokemon. Not.
Leave me alone.
I mean,
Standard anime goes up.
Smooth, honestly.
Good, then you can do the broadcast.
Yes, load up that bong and watch Pokemon, y'all. Watch the new Journey series.
Oh, is that why I dropped Pokemon? Because I wasn't doing it right?
Yeah, you weren't load up the bong.
But like honestly, if I can just go on a tangent, Journey is apparently like a really good and has some things stuff.
Looks like a ghost showed up.
Power.
Dude.
How hard can this be? All means it broadcasts to all the school. And laid means I'm horny. I've explained it 6 times.
Wow.
Sakata's waiting. Do you have this down yet? Yes. At 4:30.
Remember that, kids.
It all. Got it? Ooh, that reminds me. I've got something hard and bent waiting for me. God, you're making me sick! One day you'll understand the benefits of a good curve. Go!
Jeez.
Such a weird dub.
Are 4 of the ugliest fucking kids I've ever
I'm gonna fucking choke.
That was
Oh.
That was it. That was not in the script. That actually what the actor said.
Yeah.
I know.
Japanese
We've done the
horror
ring
movie
like 4 or
knockoff.
5 times. This school is haunted. If you wouldn't have been sucking off Mr. Sakata, you might have noticed.
Wait, what's that voice?
Kid.
Whose voice is that? That voice seems familiar.
Oh,
Is that
it's
Naruto?
all professionals.
I guess somehow these are all professionals.
Of course. We have to go there every
Monica
episode.
Rial's in there.
If you do, I'll suck you off for a scoop snack.
What?
Bruh.
What?
We can't keep ugly wigs in stock. Gag.
I mean, Scooby Stacks are great though. Come on, can't blame it.
Dog food, man.
I gotta look up this anime.
No, they're edible.
I may be a successful doctor, but first and foremost, I'm a Jew.
Like dog food's edible. It's not great.
You know what I hear the sound of you shutting the fuck up. Let's see.
Not speaking from experience.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Thank God they've got these torches up here. It's like they were just here waiting for us.
Why am I doing this? It's not faithful to my character arc. Oh well, I'm getting paid for this. Just better read the script.
That's you. Wow, that's actually what the actor said.
I'd like to
I would
thank my
actually say that.
agent, my manager, Stephen Foster, for writing such a gay-friendly but still mainstream script that spoke to the universe.
Better get extra napkins with yours. Can't believe I said that. Hey, want some candy, little boy?
Uh-oh.
All your base belong to us. Like Jesus, it never stops working for you. A cell phone? Well,
What if
looky
they're
there.
really
Would've been
hired by
nice to know
people
30
that
minutes
don't
ago.
speak like a lick of English?
You
So like they didn't know.
Just
hire-
hire, just hire Japanese people to do like American
How high
accents.
are you? You smoked all of it, didn't you? I mean, what are you talking about? There are tons of people here.
You smoked all of it. There's no one here.
I made it. Who knew Jess could run so fast? Huh? A bunch of somber, quiet people against a red nuclear sky near a river of blood. Wow, that doesn't look threatening at all.
Hang on, I have to do something. Check this out.
Hey, we still haven't eaten yet. Let's hit McGiggity. Yeah. Treating Leo.
Japan's McDonald's.
Why me?
McDonald's.
Why? Because Jewish people rock.
She's paying her respects at the animal cemetery.
The animal cemetery.
That kid is red.
Yes, the animal cemetery. The Blood Point bells going off?
Of course. Hope Stephen King never sees
He's
this.
just nervous.
Oh.
So, what do you think?
Stephen King.
Cute, huh? Bend over and look at that one. Hold still.
Oh, this is the best episode.
Lord,
The one with the
reveal
rabbit.
your salvation, since I am your favorite among
Oh
us
no, I saw this one too.
Please forgive me
Oh.
for bringing you back to
This is the
life.
best.
I know now that it could never work between us. As much as we wanted to, it could never.
They didn't say it!
Oh, they missed the part.
It's probably for the
I
better.
gotta watch
And
this
the
anime.
Heil Hitler stuff, and they cut out the because you're black.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Because you're black.
It's probably for the better. It's not
Dumb,
included.
double standard is that?
You are here, and you're an idiot.
You're here.
Is Hitler just more mainstream?
One creepy looking.
Let's not talk about Hitler too much.
Yeah.
After all, after all, the show said Jews are
Why'd they
awesome.
close off the tunnel anyway?
Years ago, people went in there, but they didn't come out. Not unlike your sister.
Hey man,
Uh-oh.
get off the system,
Like-
especially since I just got off of yours.
Oh, bird.
Nice.
Did they get sunburned during this?
Barely.
You like this? Someone's on my ass.
2.2 Celsius is the metric system.
You
We
need to
thought
put
this
some
was a good
sunscreen on,
idea
boy.
then. I'm just gonna put 100. No one's gonna know. Damn. Ever since Lost. Trees move.
Ever
can't
since
see
Lost.
nothing. Show me the damn monster.
old is
And
Locke?
Locke. Locke is a
Yeah, some of this is a
freak.
little
I mean, I like
dated.
Terry Quinn and all, but that guy's
References, I mean.
Isn't it
I mean, Lost came out after this.
Remember her lips and beaches? And why do fags like that movie so
Yeah, this stuff probably came out years after the actual anime.
in Japanese. Jing Chao Nao Ning Dao. Wait, that's Chinese. Luckily, I can read very
Oh, jeez.
They
That's
kept it
that's
by
not
birth,
easy.
and they knew they were sinful and
Oh, wait,
naked
that's
without
Chinese.
Jesus. Hello, sinner. God, can you go bomb an abortion clinic or something? I swear, when that wonderful
Whoa.
person is attacking the Supreme Court, we won't have to. Don't forget what I told you about premarital sex. Abstinence only got it.
I know what you're thinking.
Are you sure this wasn't dubbed by YouTubers or something?
No.
Is that
No, it's the actual professional dubbing studio.
I gotta watch this anime.
But women should never be allowed to drive.
It's all on YouTube.
I hope they don't expect me to
I'm
pick
surprised this
them.
never aired on Adult Swim. I think
Obey
it would have been
Lord Moving
successful
rules.
there.
I'm going to go out alone.
Keep in mind that it's the dub that's the good thing. The sub with this anime sucks.
Yeah.
Leaving me here alone and defenseless in a cemetery. What a guy. You're home early? Were the bars closed?
No, I stopped by. Oh, gotta sit down.
Remember that test I took? And you beat me so hard I couldn't sit down for a week? Look
Oh.
now.
Wow, that's my girl.
I cheated off Bobby Simmons just like you told me to.
Help me to my chair.
Cinnamon called and she said you should get tested.
That's Cinnamon, what a kidder.
Bobby's consuming your life force. He's replaying memories of his past. Bad memories. Whoa, bad.
Hey, maybe you can cheat on the test.
I'm clean, I promise. It looks like this is it, my dear Hajime.
What's up with this kid's lips?
Giving you a reach around.
He's just got luscious lips.
Yeah, it's weird. He has like these stuff goes.
Maybe we saw Kylie Jenner or something, or Mick Jagger. I don't know.
Look for the Jesus Christ Superstar looking graphic. Ooh.
Lord, is that you?
Yes.
This would have worked if it was like Deadpool.
Get back here. Do you know how many child molesters there are in Japan?
Less than you think.
What did you say? I have an itch.
I feel like more than I think.
There's nothing to be afraid of, Kichu. Monsters only get evil people like Republicans, and we're not old enough to vote.
How topical.
Brave, strong, handsome men. Have you accepted Jesus as your personal savior?
No, I'm Jewish.
Come on, who hasn't said that?
We can't leave Kaya still.
I say it all the time.
Kaya's a very special cat. Kaya just showed up on the day of our mother's funeral. Our dead mother? You feel bad now? I can only hope she knew about Jesus. Principals always
Everybody
like
knows about Jesus.
Apparently not Japan.
Mom?
Well, they're primarily I think they're primarily Buddhist.
Buddhist and Shintoist.
Yeah.
Shinto.
Yeah, just Shinto.
Okay.
Homosexual conversion camp. I met this woman who was there who looked a lot like that lesbian, woman. By any chance, I don't remember what her name was. Kayako? That's our mother. What?
Hey there, what are you kids doing here? School's over. Go home, you sillies.
No, thanks.
Go home, you sillies. Sassy attitude.
The noises that kid makes.
What?
What? Just for the whole filler.
If you destroy the object a ghost in spiritual sleep is occupying, that ghost will begin haunting again. Like a soul who doesn't know Jesus floating without purpose.
Not go to the bathroom, ghost, is just a superstition. Now, open your books and turn to page whatever. Now, where's Sakata? Better check
Page
the girl's
whatever.
I'm too young to die. The only person I've had sex with is my babysitter.
Oh.
Okay.
How old are these kids?
Let's not ask those questions.
Middle school, I think.
Old enough to know.
This is in Japan, so middle school maybe be ninth grade. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. Japanese.
I want a condo-side breasts.
I pray that all my friends will become born-again Christians. If you want something to happen, you just need to pray and not be a Muslim or Jewish.
Oh.
What about Buddhism or Hinduism?
Screw that. Screw that. This is made for Americans.
All right, let's go.
What the fizzity yuck was that?
Oh, now we're talking about Scientology.
Pussy, I guess you always do what your big sister tells you to do.
Okay.
Wow.
What? Ketchero, what are you retarded? Now we'll never find out who the ghost
is. Okay, American Dovers, just say whatever and we'll somehow put it in.
Or according to born-again Betty Hell, since after all he is Jewish. You. What do you want?
Thanks a lot, man.
Huh?
Add these noises. And this sunburn kid.
Do you have any books written by black people?
Yeah.
Okay. What kind of question is that? Of course we do.
I told you I'm going to be fine. Why are you still crying? Because his pajamas are gay.
Oh.
What?
His pajamas are gay.
Why don't you come to a scary, isolated payphone on the bad side of town, alone?
Yeah, he said that.
Give me a minute. I hate you.
Bang, do, me.
Maybe Momoko is right, and you should go
Yeah,
kind and show
dude,
kindness to your
baby.
enemies, and by doing so, turn them into friends.
You're a fag, and he should join the football team.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Nice.
Stride forward in the greatness of his strength.
Time to go
I
great
smell the
Santini on
2000s.
his ass.
This
You
is
wanna
definitely
be an Air
2000s.
Force Ranger. You wanna
I'm
live a
wondering
life
how
of
these
danger.
voice actors
You don't wanna
think
get
of
raped by
their
strangers.
time doing these roles.
Think of a big black man chasing you.
Oh
Well, he's not racist.
If this came out today, there would be tons of.
no! Yeah, this is very dated to say.
Cancelled.
I mean, have you heard about the sports festival?
Yes, the sports festival. That's what this whole episode's about.
Okay, let's stop breaking the third wall and thinking about canceling the sports festival.
You can't cancel the festival. One little retarded boy has his heart set on this thing.
Oh my god.
Not to mention all the hours and hours this very handsome personal trainer has spent helping the little dweeb. If you won't think of him to consider all the Halo playing and monkey spanking I've sacrificed.
You have to cancel the festival.
What?
You got a good point, kid.
You're the one who nagged me for this.
Hold on. Give me a sec. But this hurricane, what are we gonna...
Do you know what these parents would do to me if we canceled? I'd have to hear about little Billy and Susie, and there's not enough booze in my office.
So you are Dato. You're an ass.
That's pretty much every principal now.
Yeah, right.
There's not enough booze in my office.
Why are you trapping us in here anyway? Because you're in my way. Duh.
He's got a point.
Why are they wearing such short shorts?
Japanese athletic uniforms or whatever.
Racist, but those people cannot drive.
That's right. That guy has to be behind it. That guy? I told you not to talk about that.
Oh, you'd be surprised how many transgressions a filthy little sinner like you can rack up in just a day. Look, what? Oh, Satsuki, let's sing. Jesus loves me. Come on, you know the
Jesus.
words.
That song got creepier and creepier over time.
Charming little thing.
Is that Jesus?
Oh, look at that.
Stop it! You're stretching my lips out!
Like this is the first time that's ever happened.
What's that supposed to mean?
That explains his lips. That
I don't
explains
think
it.
I like your insinuation.
No, that's a different guy.
Oh, okay.
That's the
my
lip
nipples.
Okay, there we are.
A police station! Thank God! I never thought I'd be happy to see one of those things. Hey, put the donuts down! Drop the Krispy Kreme, Serpico! We need your help
Is
here!
house look like my father and my brother after 9 months or
What?
Couldn't you understand?
Random stuff. Good. We'll put that in. We'll edit that in post. We'll edit it in post. Oh crap, we forgot to edit in post.
Oh, look at
Oh,
these
this is
new guys.
definitely 2000s.
They're going on coolmathgames.com.
I think there's a short circuit between the chair and the keyboard.
What the hell is this thing? A copier? A hard drive?
It's called a scanner. You use it to transfer pictures to myspace.com or Jewish nerd boys looking for.
That's so you know how dated this thing is. MySpace is still a thing.
MySpace is still technically a thing, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but when it was popular.
It's a thing. It's not like a thing.
It's not a thing, but it exists. It's still an active website.
Soldier, and you should never see home pages. You see, the internet was a blessing from the Lord Jesus to spread the word.
If only.
around the world. The pedophiles and
You should see the
Muslims used its holy
internet
power to
nowadays.
children like
She can tag literally anything in the world to Jesus.
You know, kids would stop talking about you if you'd get out
Popcorn.
more.
Jesus brought us here.
Run the world!
What about Islam? Is that
Power of Jesus.
Oh, and unfortunately, it's over.
I got
Here.
Lo-fi hip hop shop.
Glorious.
I'll look up that bunny clip because I know we didn't get to see
I
it.
like how he turned.
Oh,
He-
yes.
I want to see it.
and-
All right, everybody. I'll just be warned. It's just as offensive as the rest of the stuff. So.
I am your favorite among these heathens. You are pathetic. When he died, I was so sad that I would never hear that voice again. His laugh, his funny little requests.
Is that Johnny Bravo?
His reprimands.
Touch me harder.
Shirotami, please forgive me for bringing you back to life. I know now that it could never work between us. As much as we wanted to, it could never be. Not because
Okay.
you're a rabbit, but because you're black.
Here, there's also one more video that I like.
What the hell?
Yep. Here we go.
And bestiality all combined into one. I hate that.
All right, let's check the patch notes for The Sims 3.
Ooh, that's real
Maniac
crispy.
Sims can no longer steal subway stations from lots. Sims can no
Hello?
longer
Okay, there we
woohoo
go.
in the elevator with a Sim who is on a different floor. The Grim Reaper will no longer be prevented from reaping souls due to band affiliation. Fixed a tuning issue so that Sims now vomit at acceptable levels.
Vomit.
It is no longer possible to try for baby. Become enemies with child wish no longer appears. Sims who are on fire will no longer
Sims that were
be
on fire
forced
will
to
no longer
attend
be
graduation before they can get themselves out. Pregnant Sims can no longer brawl. Baby Sims will no longer become stuck on a Sim's hand while driving a car. Sims will no longer receive a wish to skinny dip with mummies. A meteor can hit a building, which case everyone will run out before the collision. Those who do not exit the building will die. Sims automatically leave if a meteor is approaching unless it is a school in which children are not allowed to leave at all.
Education. No, you must get your education.
All right, I have more thing for us to watch, but first, since we're here to actually, be productive, we have to analyze the last two videos. All right, so what are some things that you guys noticed that are interesting about the last two videos when it comes to voice acting terms?
There was no post-production.
The last few, just in general, that they definitely seem to be like a lot more emotion. Like the emotion was probably like way more apparent just because there was no really real coherent story.
Mm-hmm. Well, when you look at a bunch of isolated clips, it may look a little bit worse in that regard. Anything else? Any other observations?
I noticed that the guy in the last video we saw, even when he's laughing, he keeps his voice and his tone consistent.
Yes, consistency is a huge thing when it comes to voice acting, especially when it comes to longer form projects like video games or audiobooks. If you have a 600-page audiobook and you voice like Stabbin' Steven one way at page 5 and him differently on page 467, you're gonna have to redo like the book up to the author standards to that point if they don't like your interpretation of if your character interpretation changes, you have to make that consistent. It's one thing to consider. All right. We'll look at one more example of voice acting that I think, is cool. Here we go. So let's get this.
I got this new anime plot. Basically, there's this high school girl, except she's got huge boobs. I mean, some serious hunkers. A real setup of dunkers. Packing some Doban hunkeros. Massive da hunka bankaloos. Big old Tanahangara cougars. What happens next?
Like all my
Transfer
shit
student
posts.
shows up one day with even bigger bunk hanaga hoogs. Humongous hungalamga no logangas.
That was the whole video.
Yeah, it's a do. Yeah, look.
It makes him seem like a 1930s gangster who's gonna try and sell you snake oil. A real wise guy.
How about I send you a new anime?
Exactly. So you can see how the
Very
dude.
short, big guy named Joe. You see, and he's very big, and he punches real fast. His ghost friend is named Star Platinum, and he says "Ora Ora" when he punches real fast. You follow me? Stuff
Look at
like
this
that.
turn into a JoJo reference somehow.
Like stuff like that. That just New York accent just makes it better in that type of situation.
Exactly. So there you go. That's all I have to deliver to you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed the meeting. We've got a lot of things up in store. You can check out the calendar tab if you have any, you want to look at what's up on the itinerary for the next few weeks of meetings. And once again, we're not meeting every week, obviously, so just be careful. We're meeting again on Friday, where we're going to go over the basics of Audacity and a little bit more of technology you can use to record yourself with some technology recommendations and everything like that. So, I hope you guys all enjoyed coming to the meeting. And I hope you guys stick around to get some more voice acting goodness. So, club is now officially over. If you guys have to go, then you can leave. Thank you for coming, everybody. Have a good night.
You too.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks. See you.
See you next.
Have a
Not
good
next
one,
week. See you
everyone.
later this week.
Hunt for the semester.
See you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye bye.
So many disconnect noises.
So many disconnects, so little time. I'm just waiting for everyone else to leave because I'm an officer.
Exactly. Exactly what it would be in real life.
James, get out.
Look, I got this. Watch this. Kapow! He's gone.
Oh no, now Chris is here.
Hey, Chris, welcome back. Chris can stay around. All right. I thought this meeting went really well, actually.
That was good. That was really good.
Yeah.
It's over.
Hey, I have a question. So
Yeah, what's up?
yeah, are game nights still a thing? Is that still going on, or what's up with that?
Well, it just so happens that Chris, the man who's running them, is in the chat. You want to explain, Chris?
So what's going to be going on with game nights? There's going to be a very busy and very unpredictable schedule for everybody given COVID. So what's going to happen is on the off weeks or days where the voice acting club is not going to be a thing, I will be in the game chat being ready with some Jackbox or Fall Guys or Among Us, whatever party game we're down for. And I might just do what I did last time and just be in there whenever I feel like it and just hosting for anybody who wants to join.
Yeah, but I might try to officially advertise game nights for off Fridays that we're not meeting in the same time period that we would meet. So the 7:30 to 9 time period, kind of.
But where is the game chat? I'm not seeing that. Did that get moved somewhere?
It was
Oh,
here.
well, it was just generally.
Mark-
I just renamed it the club room. There wasn't really a second voice channel here. I didn't remove any voice channels or anything. I just renamed this one the club room.
Stop. Oh, sorry, it's my brother. I'm sorry. He's
Yeah, no problem, no problem.
yeah, sorry.
Kill him.
Seriously, no, stop.
Yeah. The one thing I should say about game night right now is my new job dictates that I'm gonna have to be waking up at 6:30 a.m. a lot of days. So
Bless
I'm
you.
gonna be, which means I'm gonna be asleep by 10:30, which means I'll probably be starting and ending game nights earlier.
Yeah, that's fine.
Understandable.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Chris, I love you.
I love you too, Joseph.
Hey, thanks so much for helping out with the club, even after you've already graduated, Chris. I really appreciate it.
This isn't just a club to me. This is a family. I'm always happy to help.
Thanks.
This isn't a club to me. To me, this is a horse.
All right. Well, I can stop the recording. It's just extra stuff at this point.